Spoiler time. Okay, guys, this is my I've done my spoiler-free review, guys. If you want to check that out on Star Wars: The Last Jedi, if you want to check that out, it's on my channel. But guys, this is going to be my spoiler talk review, so do not watch this. Do not spoil it for yourself. Whenever you're watching spoiler reviews, you're going to want to see the movies before you watch them. You never ever watch spoiler reviews without seeing the movie. Sorry, I'm telling you. Whenever you're watching this video, you're going to want to have seen the movie, then watch this video. Watch the spoiler review, then this spoiler review. Here we go. Oh, and guys, if a two-parter is necessary, because there's a lot to talk about, I will do an ending ranking. So, I will give, if I can, I'll give you a time limit. If I can, I'll give you a time limit where you can rank, where I'll show you my official ranking of the Star Wars movies in general. Anyways, let's get to spoilers. Okay, so Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Alright, so it opens with the usual opening crawl, like all the other Star Wars movies except Rogue One, which hopefully you've seen. It ends with the similar theme from The Force Awakens, which is the same thing for the opening crawl, and it's the same start leading down from the crawl to the film from the New Hope. Down, 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 which is the same thing from the New Hope, and then we are shot into this shape from the Resistance, and then we see that the Star Destroyers are back from the First Order, and then we see General Hux and his crew, and then we see this awesome star fight. We see Poe Dameron and BB-8 team together in their ship, which is an awesome scene. And then later on, we get to the scene that leads off from Force Awakens, left off at the end. Rey, played by Daisy Ridley, who is fantastic, as always. Hans Anakin's slash his lightsaber from Empire Strikes Back to him, where he had his arm chopped off in Empire Strikes Back. He looks at it, and guess what? He throws it behind his soldier, and he throws it behind his soldier, and he just walks off. Yep, that is some good humor. I thought he was gonna, like, say, you know, where did you get this? And who are you? But except he throws it behind his soldier, and then he just walks off. Wow. I still have my cold, guys, but I'm getting better. I just have my coughs now. So, please be grateful. And thankfully, the cute porgs saved the lightsaber from falling. And then, later on in the film, we see Finn and Rose go to this casino scene, which is like the scene that is most out of place. I mean, one of the biggest criticisms with The Last Jedi people are having is that Finn and Rose's relationship is just as worse as Anakin and Padme. Let me tell you, no, it's not. It's just the scene that's out of place. It's just like Bond, really. But whatever. That scene, it's okay. I mean, I I have the same reaction as I do on this film still for a second time. And so yeah. And then later on in the film, then back early in the film, I think, Luke is in his one of those wee buildings on the island, and then Chewbacca just punches the door in, and he's like, "Chewie, what are you doing here?" And then like Rey comes in, and then Luke is like, "Where's Han?" And then later on in the film, let's talk about the spoilers with Rey first. Actually, Rey is starting to get trained. She is sleeping at night, and then Luke comes over to her and says to her, 3 lessons tomorrow. And then she does that. One, she's on this rock, and then Luke starts to explain to her about the Force. And then he has this like green sort of grass thing. And then Rey just closes her eyes. He asks Rey to reach out and says, "What do you feel?" And then all of a sudden, Luke's just like, it's hilarious. And then what I also really like actually is lots of different rays you get. She's looking at the reflection, and then you get to see all these rays, and they're like doing the same thing and all that. But there you go. And then let's get on to Chewbacca. Chewbacca, for what I've seen, he has a cooked porg, and then these other porgs are like, and then one porgs is like, it's hilarious. I mean, the porgs try to run away, and then there's one more porg left, and it runs away. Yeah, we all know how that's turned out and everything. But we all know how it is. And then later on, the biggest surprise I ever got is Master Yoda's ghost. Oh my god. And when Luke is trying to get up the steps, he turns and says, like, "Master Yoda." And then Yoda's like, "Young Skywalker." Yeah, oh, I love this scene so much. It's one of the most touching scenes I've ever seen. It would have been nice to see Luke's father or anything, but that was a very touching scene put together. And then later on, Rey goes to the First Order. Kylo Ren brings to her to Snoke, which we'll get into in a minute. Snoke, I think, gets much more screen time. I think Snoke is a fantastic looking Star Wars character. People complain about him. Come on. It's a character. A character is a character. Kylo Ren brings Rey to Snoke. And then Snoke is given the lightsaber, the blue one. And then at one point, Snoke is trying to use the Force on Rey, and then all of a sudden, Kylo Ren is trying to move the blue lightsaber forward, and then all of a sudden he does this. Then the lightsaber switches on, and Snoke is cut in half, dead. And then we get the awesome dynamic, whatever it's called, between Rey and Kylo Ren fighting Snoke's guards. It's awesome. Who doesn't love that? Wow. I mean, that was just epic stuff right there. And then Captain Phasma is back. The fight scene between her and uh, Finn is great as well. Captain Phasma's okay. I thought she would be she'd be first a new great. She was one of those characters I was looking forward to seeing. Yeah, and then Finn is like doing this in the eye of Captain Phasma's helmet, and then all of a sudden she falls to her death. She could appear again in Episode 9, but from what I'm aware, the First Order have now lost 2 people, Stoke and now Captain Phasma. Yeah.